everyone, this is Chris. Thank you for joining me. In today's video, it's going to be about making your own necklaces. So in the last video, it's going to be a beginner's tutorial, okay? So in the last video, or one of the last, I showed you how you can make your very own pendants with UV resin. Today, I'm going to show you how you mount them into a necklace. So we're going to see how to put a clasp, how to put a cord, and it's very easy. And also, I'm going to show you how you can put a ring here around your pendant, because once when it's done, your pendant is done, you're just left with a hole. What are you going to do? So yes, there are big rings that you can put here, but I don't like the rings. They're too big. I want something a little thinner, and I did my own, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So what you will need for this is rat cord. This is one of the easiest and cheapest cord you can find. It's called rat tail. They come in a variety of colors. They're all more or less the same size, but very cheap. You buy them usually by the spoon, but you can only buy them also just by the yard or the meter. So I'm going to use one of these rat cords, rat tail. I'm also going to use a organza ribbon because I think it's nice to have both. If you don't want to use both, you can only use, for example, the rat tail, but I think it makes the pendants and the necklace a little bit more girly and really nice to look at. I just love both, and I'm going to show you both if you don't want to just use one. As for the tools, okay, as for the tools, you will need 2 flat nose pliers. Okay, flat nose pliers, which means they're flat here. Okay, 1 cutting tool, and you don't have to have this kind of tool, but this is handy when you do jewelry. It's to just go around with your wire and make a perfect circle for a ring, for example. If you don't have this, don't go and buy one just for that. You can use a paintbrush, you can use a any kind of round tool, but here it's really nice because you've got different sizes. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can also use this one as a 5th size. Again, the paintbrush will do great. And also what I would recommend is using some quick drying glue. It's gonna make everything a little bit more secure. After the tools, what you will need are some rings. They come in a variety of colors and sizes. I'm gonna use gold today. So you will need 2 rings like this. You will need, I'm gonna use lobster clasps. They also come in a variety of colors and sizes. So I'm going to show you the 2 that I have. A baby one and a bigger one here. Okay, I'm going to use the smallest, but if you feel more comfortable, use the biggest. And you have other kinds of closures. And, oh yeah, something very important. You're going to use these and cords. So there again, they come in a variety of colors and also sizes and shapes. So the one I'm using here, and I think you'll see them better here, are in a long shape. Some of them are shorter. I prefer to use the longest one because you put more material inside, so there's more metallic parts that are gonna grab onto your cord. So for me, it makes things safer. And this is where we're gonna put our glue. Okay, so this one is gold, and it's more like a rectangle shape. You have some rounder shapes and many colors. And this is it for our necklace. So for the dimensions, actually, oh, I'm a bit too close now. I'm not going to give you any measurements for the length of your necklace because it's up to you if you want it to have it really short, if you want it to have it long. So there's no wrong or right measurement. Just know that if you, for example, have a necklace that you already love and you love the size of it, the length of it, you need to know that when your necklace will be finished, it will be like 2.5 centimeters longer than what you measured before, which makes about an inch, okay? Because we're gonna be using this, and even though if here we go straight to the end here, you have this part there, this little small part here, this one here, you've got your 2 rings there on top, and you've got your clasp in the middle. So if you use a bigger clasp, it's going to be even longer, but otherwise this is more or less how it's going to look like. Okay, so between here and here, it's about 2.5 centimeters, which means an inch. So your necklace is going to be longer than what you actually cut. Keep that in mind, it's important. Once this is done, I'm gonna choose my, I'm gonna choose the ribbon, and I think I'm gonna use this one. It was supposed to be the same blue when I bought it. Look at this. It was supposed to be the same blue, but actually when you have just one piece in your hand, it's much lighter. But anyway, I kind of like it. So I'm just gonna take my red cord. I'm gonna do this and measure the same size. Let me do that again. Cut it the same size, same length. If you really are scared that it's going to fray, you can use a lighter. I'm not going to do it because I'm going to put glue inside here, and it's going to be really tugged into our end cord. So I don't really bother with the lighter, but you can do that. So once you've done cutting it, you're going to put your cord inside, and you're going to wrap it. You're going to wrap your ribbon around it. All right. Once you're at this point, you're going to take your end cord and you're going to place this. I'm going to put some glue first. If you forget to put the glue, it's okay. You can also put it afterwards. I mean, on top of it. Just a little dab of glue, not much. Again, you don't really have to, but using hard glue is good. Then you're going to put it inside here, and you need to keep this into your fingers, okay? Keep your finger on top to really secure your cord, and you need to hold on to this. You can use only 2 fingers if you feel comfortable, like I'm doing here. All right. Then you're going to use one of your flat nose pliers, and you're going to start by one side here, the one you feel more comfortable, and start pressing just one side at a time, pressing your cord. Okay, now you can let go because it's trapped already there. If you have pliers that don't have you know, these marks inside, it's even better. But since this piece is already has a design on it, I don't really bother. And now I'm going to close the other side, like if I was really wrapping the whole stuff in there. Once you're ready, you're done. Really secure it. You need to press. I do press really hard. I want to make sure everything is secured, and I'm not going to lose my cord and lose my pendant. Okay, so it's going to look like it's flat now. It's a little flatter than it used to be. There are some round ones that you can use as well, which I pretty like the round ones. Once this is done, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to repeat this with you, kind of turning it around there. Oh, a little bit of glue. All right. Inside, like this. I'm going to fold one side. Really well. I'm already pressing hard. And then I'm going to press the other side. Take your time. All right, I have a little glue on my fingers, but that's okay. And really press hard and secure it. And now it's done. If you have a little bit of organza, for example, coming out, just use the lighter. It's going to burn it out. Go very quickly, but you won't be able to see anything. All right. Now at this point, we're going to use our 2 pliers. We're going to take a ring, a jump ring. I was looking for the word. Sorry, just came now. Jump ring. You're going to open it, and when you open a jump ring, you never do this movement. You need to open it parallel. Okay, like this. Really parallel. One going in front of you and one towards you, right? Then you're going to put it into one of your ends here, and you're going to put your clasp at the same time. Once you're done, close it exactly the same way we did. Make sure it's perfectly closed. And you're done. You're going to repeat this on the other side. Oh, I can't see. Oh, there it is. Wrong way for my opening. All right, open it. Here we don't use another clasp, just one clasp is enough. Now I'm going to close it. Secure it, and it's done. You've got yourself a necklace. And now you can, where is my pendant? I've got a pendant here. My hole here is big enough, and I can put my necklace inside, and I have myself a brand new necklace. It's really not complicated. You just need to practice to go very quickly. The more you'll practice, the quicker you'll go. But it's that easy, really. Now let's see how you can make a jump ring that is perfect here for your pendant. Because again, these pendants are really large. Okay, they're thick. The jump rings I have are too small, so you could make one using this, for example. And what you will also need is a wire that is not too soft. Don't use aluminum for this, because aluminum is that soft, and you need something that is quite hard to make it secure, because sometimes, you know, you can have heavy pendants. So really you need to have a sturdy, half hard would be good wire. Maybe hard, people will tell you, but certainly not soft. So I'm using a head pin for this because it's what I have. I don't have any more regular on the spool wire, so I'm using this one. I'm going to cut the head off because I really don't need it. And the gauge, well, it depends of your hole, so make sure that it's going to go in your hole. It doesn't have to be really thick. As long as it's hard, it doesn't have to be that thick, okay? This is about, yeah, 2 inches. It's going to be too big. And yeah, it's going to be too big. So I'm going to cut it somewhere around here. And I'm going to make a fairly big one just to make sure that you can see what I'm doing on the video. But you will make it maybe smaller depending on your pendant and your taste. So once you're at this point, you're going to take this tool, or again, you can take a paintbrush. You put your wire here, try to be centered. You're going to start folding, but don't fold it completely, okay? So you see mine is not even, this part is a bit longer, so I'm going to cut it a little bit. Let's see, is it good now? It's a bit longer, but that's fine. I like when things are a bit more even. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my pliers here, flat nose pliers, almost up to the end, but you don't have to be totally up to the end. and we're going to turn for 90 degrees. Like this. Maybe I did it a bit too much. Like this. So this is the shape I have right now. You're going to turn it. I'm going to do the same thing here. And this is what you have. Okay? It's not perfect there, but don't worry, because that part is going to go in here and you won't be able to see it. So at this point, what you're going to do is open it the same way we've opened our jump ring before, which means parallel, and we haven't closed it completely, so that's good. Open it. You get your pendant in there. Put the other side there. And now I'm putting it straight again to make sure it's facing each other in here. And with my fingers, I'm going to press. And I'm going to press. If you don't feel comfortable with your scissors, help yourself with your pliers. And now it's tugged in there. And actually what happened, and you don't see it, is the two pieces didn't join like this. I made them join like this because I know it fits. If it's your wire is too wide, just make them go directly like this. You'll feel it, they'll stop. And now it's secure, okay? And it still has a little wiggle room, so it's good. It doesn't have to be stiff, right? And there you go. You have yourself a perfect jump ring that has a nice shape. It looks more professional. And maybe this one is a bit too big, but of course you can make it smaller, but just for the video, I thought that this was the right size. I can put very easily any kind of necklace inside here. Okay? And look, it's not that wide after all, because with the cord and with my ribbon, it is just perfect. You see? There you go. I think it's really cute. Look at that. You made yourself a pendant in no time. The right necklace, the right size. You can have many colors. I would recommend doing ahead of a time a lot of different colors and different lengths, so you will always have what you need on hand. So if you have any questions, please leave me your questions in the comments below, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. And otherwise, don't forget to give me some thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell button, and also please share on social medias. Thank you so much. Take care and see you soon.